Guys, I wanted to get a quick update in. Currently at my son's baseball practice, and I'm sitting in the car, so I wanted to get a quick update. Let's talk about the job. I know I've been doing a bunch of other stuff, but let's talk about the job and where I am in that process. So I told you I did my drug test. I did everything I needed to do last week. Still waiting on the drug test the background to clear. So hopefully that clears by tomorrow. They're expecting me to start on Wednesday. But the other thing, I had an interview. I don't know if I said, Friday I had a company reach out to me, an AV company that was looking for an autonomous, AV recruiter, I should say, that has autonomous experience in recruitment. I was so excited. Oh my gosh. When I tell you I interviewed with this company and I was so confused. I was just lost. I don't know. I'm not for sure where this is going to go. I'm still taking the other job that I accepted, the contract role that's supposed to be for 3 months for the AI recruiter. So I'm still taking that role on, hopefully sometime this week once everything clears. But I just want to talk about, like, I've been getting a lot more interviews, and I think now, since the administration is settling in and they kind of see what's going on, companies are starting to open up roles and kind of start doing a little more hiring. But I just want to talk about just some of the tricks and flips, I guess you can call it, of just kind of making yourself seen, especially in the HR realm, which is what I'm in. The HR realm, as far as with recruiting, because it's so hard to find jobs. So I would say LinkedIn is a good source, and being able to do, if you have LinkedIn Premium, where you can send in-mails to the managers, or find out who's the recruiter or the hiring managers, and send direct messages that way. Sometimes just applying for roles, it could be, and as you can see on LinkedIn, which is probably not always true, but close to what's in the system, it'll say 100 people have clicked on this particular position. Not saying 100 people apply, but there can be in the system what we call the ATS, the applicant tracking system. When you apply for a role, it can be 300-400 people in that row, and they're just scrolling through the first, let's say, 4 or 5 people that meet the skill sets, and you never get heard. So start sending in-mails, start sending messages, connecting with people. When people connect, when you go on LinkedIn and you connect, send a message, introduce yourself, talk about what you do. Like I said, that's been my last 2 jobs. I've gotten through that, not through LinkedIn, but being able to network through LinkedIn. Because I know this market can be extremely frustrating. You apply, you feel like you go dormant, like hey, I know I have the skill sets, why aren't they calling me? But that's just a good way to kind of network, get your foot in the door, get yourself seen, so they can pull your resume. And I've done that before, don't get me wrong, I've done it before, talked to the people and they didn't pull my resume for whatever reason. But I think it works more so better than others when you do reach out, send an email, send a message to see if you send, 25 messages and 2 people reply and you get a job from the 2. Out of the 2, one of them reply and you get the job, it was worth it. So just start networking that way. Don't just apply. I also want to talk about, I think I'll make this a separate entity, about resumes and how to format your resume, how to quantify it, how to make it stand out, not just say I help people do this or I help do that. So we'll take a separate I'll take a separate video and we'll talk about that. But I just wanted to touch bases today on where I am, waiting to start the contract role, interviewed for the other company, which I'm kind of on the fence. They were trying to lowball me in salary with the years of experience, but like I said, always open for negotiation to see what happens. He didn't have a lot of information about the role, which I thought was weird. He was the HR manager, but it is what it is. But network. Reach out to people. The worst thing, I always say, closed mouth can't get fed. The worst thing somebody can tell you is no. Okay, no, moving on. Or don't respond. Okay, moving on. But like I said, it takes that one yes to get you to that next field. Because I know it's, when I say challenging and hard, I have been looking since what? Let's say mid-December. So we had December, January, February, and then March. So less than 90 days, I've secured one role. I've had like 4 or 5 interviews. So it's there. It's just, you got to keep being proactive. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. As like I said, as being a professional recruiter for the last 15 years, just the nick and tricks that I see or that I know that I use when I'm a recruiter or recruiting for a company, I'm more than willing to help with. But keep networking. Networking is key. Keep putting yourself out there. You have to be aggressive in this market because the way things are. So, like I said, I will follow back up with you guys. We'll do some we'll start with the resume. We'll do some resume tricks and talk about some different things to put on your resume to kind of make it stand out, and how to quantify it versus just putting bullet points on there, making sure you're highlighting certain things that you're looking for in your next role in your resume. But keep pushing forward. Like I said, pushing forward. I'm huge on prayer. I'm faith, and he's going to get you to where you need to be. But just keep pushing forward, okay? All right.